Thanks very much, Charlie. Big time momentum on the fighter. It's actually crazy that him and Jimmy Crew went the distance. I mean, that's one of the most situation, and unfortunate for both sides, but good to see they kept the matchup together.
Them to be here in Atlanta in this big arena with a big, round. Come in here and have this crowd, especially for a guy like Bellato, where he feeds. It was fun to talk to him too about the mental, just kind of maintain. But that's very difficult for a fighter to do. I think these guys are even going to want to get after him quicker and harder, more than
8 first-round finishes. Most of those are by knockout, but he does have some so many other people. 11 finishes, all in the first round.
Rodolfo Bellato tonight. Popular fighter for how he fights, the friendly personality, and of course, as both had the painted face yesterday. State Farm Marine double-digit submissions for Paul Craig, 13 overall, 11 first-round finishes, and then very tough competition. Brendan Allen, Kyle Bohilio, and Bo Nickel. Champ Magomed Ankalaev, Jamal Hill. So a lot to...
All the accolades that you just mentioned and the opponents for the confidence to go in here against me in jiu-jitsu, but I don't think he's outstanding. I believe I'm far superior and can. With as many finishes he has, why shouldn't he have that confidence? He's because he's got his strength and his power from not cutting weight.
Yeah, really the strength nutrition to be able to make 185 pounds. You can just tell he looks a lot healthier.
Yes. Exactly. If you sit him down, you still got to look out. 5-pounders, Paul Craig and Rodolfo Bellato. The Brazilian, Craig just a half-inch taller. That's a half-inch.
Fight fans, here we go with the next fight tonight. 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight, 3 inches tall. Weighing in officially 204.5 pounds. De Janeiro, Brazil. Here is Rodolfo. And across the octagon, his opponent at the light heavyweight limit, 206 pounds, and holds a record of 7. Here is Paul Bear McDonald.
29 combined pro 100% finish rate for Paul Craig in his wins. Rodolfo Craig is in purple, Rodolfo Bellato's in yellow. And this fight was supposed to happen about a month ago, May 24th. May 24th was the offer.
That was a heavy punch he just threw.
Saw him land one big body kick already.
Right hand, left hook combo is going to do a lot of good for Bellato with this kind of...
In the first round, not rush things.
Craig with the first shot, unsuccessful.
Yeah, block into the body in the second and third, set up the knockout later. But if I just go
over-aggressive has hurt him in the past. Swing on the break.
Yeah, Bellato believes if he stuffs enough of those.
Kick to the body for Craig. He's worked those kicks. Single leg.
Good timing there.
Wow, Bellato cranks on that arm. Craig clasps the hand.
Nice trick.
Now Bellato's hoping that
Craig again down. Well, he ends up on the bottom.
Craig being able to set it up, and then after this round, pour it on more as the second.
Yeah, doesn't have a lot of time to work here. 25. Keep this fight going into the second round. Let's see if he turns it up like he talked about.
And Bellato staying in the space so that it keeps it here. He was down.
Whoa.
Bellato was out.
Anything like that. He's still out.
He still doesn't know as Kevin McDonald tries to...
We're on timeout. I tap out, all right?
Yeah,
he's out on this dude right now. He's out. He's out.
The inside position is in, and Bellato kind of now... You got to wonder what's running.
And right now, we got to see if his knees were down or not. It looked like they were, but...
But right now, we just want to make sure he's okay. And he doesn't remember. Okay. What? Yes. You can see the replay.
Blake Grice is the review official looking at the screen.
He talked about as well.
So that it keeps it here. Oh!
Whoa.
Bellato was out.
That was crazy.
Bellato was out. So this fight will not continue. Maybe it's just...
No, that's why we were there. You're just so there.
Waning seconds of round number 1, an illegal upkick landed by Paul Craig. Or if he deems it accidental, a no contest. Let's find... Go ahead, Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes of our octagon position. This bout has been ruled a no.
Okay.
So there you go. An accidental foul.
Look, his knees are down, and that's an illegal upkick. So I don't know how it's a no contest.
He says, he reacts like,
Yeah, that was
what just
crazy how
happened?
he
And
looked
then
like, look. Oh, I'm out.
And then he's
I'm
out, and then watch this when he comes.
That was weird. I've just never seen anything like that.
Yeah, and that's why they have to call it, right? After
That was just one of the weirdest responses after the way he looked at him. Hit in the brain. Nothing acts right when you get hit in the face like that. Just me.
Oh, that is most definitely a first for me as well.
unfortunate, and then tonight they're both leaving unhappy. We just saw proof. Athletes scratch and claw to get the opportunity.